much too interested in everything going on here. So he's not actually snacking on anything. Hi. Where are you going now? Here. Where are you trying to go? Want to run around? Want your broccoli? Broccoli and almond? Monty, come here. Come here. Oh, there's so much to explore. Come here. Sorry, what was that? Okay. Not hungry. Not hungry. Too many exciting things. Yeah. Hello. Apparently we are live on Facebook as well. So Monty is a rat that came to us originally as food from our rehabs. They have to be able to eat live prey in order to make it in the wild, obviously. And we had one, Mrs. Claus, who was not releasable. And we had a number of clues to that, but one of them was that instead of eating Monty, she became his friend. So since he managed to make it through that, we decided that he should be a pet rather than food. And now he lives in my office with me. And since we don't have any kittens in the cabana today, we thought we'd do a quick little trip out and say hello to everybody. He has a lot of friends on Explore, and now I'm sure he'll have plenty on Facebook. He is the sweetest rat. He absolutely loves everybody. He is just the sweetest thing. He is very spoiled, and he's a little fat. He gets a little peanut butter every day, which I'm sure he doesn't need, but one of his lovely fans actually sent it for him, so who am I to begrudge him such luxuries? He does get fresh veggies every day in addition to his peanut butter, and he gets normal rat food as well. And normally he doesn't get to run around quite so much. I'm trying to limit his running around because I do have to sanitize everywhere he's been so we don't get any cross-contamination with the kittens when they do come back in here. So, trying to keep him easy to see. Got lots of friends taking cute pictures of you. Anyone have super smart. You can train them to do all kinds of things. We don't do a lot of training because he mostly just gets spoiled, but he does come to his name, as you can see, so that helps to keep him occupied. Everyone asked if he bites. That was one of the Facebook questions. No, Monty does not bite. He is a very sweet boy. Sometimes rats do, but it's usually not an aggressive thing so much as them trying to figure out whether or not you're food. Hi. They can't see you back there, sir. He's chittering. It's a really cute little noise. It means he's happy. He loves hoods. He loves hair. Pretty much any time that he can sit on your shoulder, he's happy. Monty is not my first rat. My husband and I actually raised 7 rats at one point. Rats are just awesome pets, and we really enjoy them. We kind of miss having rats, actually, but we moved on to cats and dogs, and those don't always mix well. Although our first cat did love our original rat. Monty, we can't see you back there. Made himself quite comfy in the hood, so I hope you guys can see. Might have to move. Okay. I'm told you can see him when I lean forward. Want some broccoli? His favorite vegetable is broccoli, and his favorite nut is a cashew. It's Monty. We're doing a Facebook and Explore Live.
Does he run around?
A little bit. I'm trying to limit it because I got to clean up anywhere he goes.
Yeah.
So.
Have fun.
Thanks. Are rats hard to care for? No, rats are actually very easy to care for. They need some space to run around. They do need to get exercise. You got to let them out and play with them and interact with them. They're smart animals, so you do want to give them some sort of interaction in that way. But as far as maintaining them, they're very clean animals. So as long as you clean their cage regularly, they're happy. They could sustain on just rat food. That's just kind of boring. It's kind of like if you were to eat porridge every day, so we do supplement with some other things. You do want to make sure anything you give them is safe. Some things aren't. Chocolate, for instance, I wouldn't give any chocolate. But we do fresh veggies. And got to make sure they've got water regularly, and that's pretty much it. What you doing? Come down? I've had a number of different kinds of rodents. Hamsters and mice and things. Rats are by far my favorite, probably just because of how smart they are. As far as somebody asked if it's best to have more than one, it really depends. For the most part, male rats are not going to get along very well with other male rats, and unless you want to have babies, you can't really mix them with girl rats. When we had 7, we had 1 male, and we actually had him neutered. I had to call all around town and find a vet who would neuter a rat for us. And then he had 6 girlfriends. But that way we didn't have any baby rats that we didn't want. Female rats can live together very well. So typically if you're going to get females, you want to get a pair. Males typically, sometimes if they grow up together it's okay, but typically they're going to want to be solitary. Lots of questions. How do you get cats and rats to play together well? Start when the cat is a very little kitten. When they're approximately the same size, they don't at all think of them as food, and then as they grow, it doesn't matter that it's smaller. That's how we did. So when when we had a cat and rats at the same time. That's how we did it. Now that I have grown cats who have not been exposed to rats, I don't take the risk. I don't want to chance Monty getting hurt because somebody doesn't understand food versus friend. Yeah. How do you deal with boredom or depression? That is a very good question. You've got to give them lots of stimulation. I don't really know enough to say whether or not rats get depressed, but they certainly do get bored. Monty, every time I change out his bedding, I also rearrange his enclosure. I try to give him as much room as possible. Periodically, I let him run around in the bathroom section of my office because I know it's a nice, safe place where I can just let him roam. And then he also gets lots of visitors. Everybody here at Big Cat loves Monty. So my coworkers and some of the volunteers will come in and they'll hang out with him for a bit. As I said, he loves to be on the shoulder or hide in hoods. And he loves everybody. So that's how we do for ours. For yours, I would just say probably interact with him as much as possible. I don't know anything about guinea pigs, so I can't help you with that, sorry. You're not being a very good guest, buddy. Come here. Come here. You cold? Gotcha. What's wrong? What is wrong? Is this too big a space? Is it scary? One of my favorite things with Monty is if you scratch him right behind his ears. He loves it so much he goes into a bit of a trance. You'll see his eyes will close and he'll kind of zone out for a bit. And then when I stop, it takes him a minute to kind of come to. It's like, whoa, that was so good. He is not on the tour. Sometimes when it's nice weather out, I will put him out in front of the window of my office. So if you were to look real close, you might see him. But no, not typically any moment. We'll be gone from here before the tour starts. Someone mentioned Big Cheese Rat. I think they were mostly referring to him being the big cheese. But of course, he does enjoy cheese. I typically just give him part of whatever I eat. I'm a vegan, so he doesn't get a lot of cheese. But he was recently rat sat by Afton while I was out of town, and she gave him a little bit of cheese, and she said he loves it. So I might have to pick up some. They shouldn't get too much. Small portions is more than enough. Again, he's already a little chunky. But little bits are always fun. Alright, well I think that Monty is done. He may be a little overstimulated for the day. So I'm going to keep him on my shoulder and I'm going to clean up. But I'm done with all of that. We will try this again another time if we have a break between kittens. And thanks so much for watching, guys. We'll see you again soon. So, Carol just suggested that I talk about the intern program, and that's an excellent idea while I have so many people watching. We do have an internship program here at Big Cat Rescue, and our interns come for 12 weeks. We have 5 different levels of internship. Everyone starts at 1 and then works their way up. So some of our interns are here for up to 2 years. They can go home in between and things. They get to learn how to care for the exotic cats as well as for the fosters that we usually have in this space here. We foster with the Humane Society, so they will start with day-old kittens and then move all the way up till they are 2 pounds and healthy, whichever is whatever happens last. And so it's a great experience to really get some hands-on training with a large variety of different animals. and you get to learn a lot of different skills while you're out here as far as maintaining cages and working on projects and even caring for our rats. All of our feeder rats are cared for by our volunteers as well. Because just because they're going to be food doesn't mean they shouldn't have the best life while they're here. We have a rotating schedule, which means that we don't have set dates. Our dates are based on availability of our applicants and of our housing. We do provide free housing for all of our interns. It is an unpaid internship, but we don't charge for it either, and most organizations do actually charge for animal-based internships, so that kind of puts us in a slightly different box than most. And our summer is just about full now, but we will be continuing to accept applications, and then especially for spring and fall. Winter is when we most need them, but spring and fall is a great time to apply as well because the weather's moderate. Our summer interns work in some really high heat. All right.